Good day, Lasallians. Welcome to Bro & Co, where we bring you freshly brewed conversations about life, learning, and St. LaSalle. I am Brother VG from the Lasallian Youth Ministry Office, and I'm excited to talk about things that matter most to you. Welcome to our second season and our 8th episode here in Bro & Co. I hope you're all doing well, and as we come together today, we celebrate new beginnings, new experiences, and a new school year. Aside from that, we are also excited because a new member will be part of our conversations here in Bro & Co. I'd like you to meet our newest student co-host, Frances Gail Culian. Hi, Frances.
Hello po, Brother Luigi. Thank you po. I am really happy and I'm really glad to be part of our conversations here in Bro & Co. And of course, hi fellow Lasallian. So ayan, as we start our second session, brother, we're really excited to meet our schoolmates and also get to learn more about stories and topics suggested through our poll via email. It's really exciting, especially since we'll be learning more about friendships in this episode.
Yeah, that's true, though. This is really worth talking about because all of us, no matter how different we all are, have a common need. We all need to love, to be loved, and to feel that we belong.
That's true, brother. Ayan, kasama po yan sa Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And really, it is worth exploring as we aim to develop stronger connections, stronger relationships in this day and, of course, in this age. Ayan, speaking of which, let us already get to know our guests. Our guests are college students we've gotten to know through their common interest, expressing their creativity and passion through the arts and communication. First up, we have Alinea. Alinea is a fourth-year AB Communication student and currently the editor-in-chief of La Voxa Online. He also serves as Diversity, Empowerment, and Inclusion Committee Head of DLSL Lasallian Alliance of Youth Advocates for Equality, or DLSL-LAYA. He is an advocate for LGBTQIA+ rights and wanted to push for a gender non-discriminatory and inclusive space for all. In his free time, he likes to chill, watch a series, and enjoy good food.
All right. Hi, Arn. Welcome to Bro & Co.
Hi, Arn.
All right, hi, Arn.
Thanks for having me.
All right, great. We also have Matt Leonor, or John Mateos Leonor, who is a graduating AB Communication student and currently the Public Relations Officer for Socio-Civic and Religious Organizations of this Council of Student Organizations, or DLSL-CSO. Also an advocate for trans rights and for gender equality to achieve a more inclusive community. He loves to watch reality shows, sing Broadway songs, and dance like nobody's watching. All right. Hi, Matt. Welcome to Bro & Go. Thanks for being with us today.
Hello. Thank you for inviting me here. Hello, Brother Luigi, Frances, Arn. Hi.
And hi, Matt. So, brother, last but not the least, we have here with us Vien Dimaculangan. Vien Hannah L.K. Dimaculangan is a graduating AB Communication student who also serves as the Associate Editor of Elle Magazine and the Research and Development Director of LAYA, or the Lasallian Alliance of Youth Advocates for Equality. In her spare time, she enjoys trying out new things for embroidery, to baking, and to hiking. She aspires to become a media practitioner in the near future. Hi, Vien!
Hello, everyone! So nice to be here. Hello, Lasallians!
All right. Hi, Vien. And hi, Matt, Arn, and Vien. And welcome to Bro & Co. with also our fellow Lasallians and friends who are watching us at this time. Thank you so much for gracing our invitation. And as you may well know, this podcast really provides and aims to provide an avenue for us to talk about things that matter most to all of us today. And well, our topic for this episode is really something close to our hearts, and that is the topic of friendship.
Ayan, definitely, brother. Sobrang nakaka-excite po na makausap sila ngayon, si Arn, si Vien, at si Matt. And speaking of our topic for today, speaking of friendship, we're just really curious na siguro po, brother, with the changes that we've gone through these days, sa tingin po kaya nila, what are online friendships like? Paano kaya yung naging transition or ano kaya yung naging pagbabago? Vien?
I think sobrang hirap para sa ating lahat na biglang maputulan ng connection with your friends. Especially sa classroom, araw-araw mo silang nakikita. I remember yung pag-transition natin to online class. And we were like, uy, tara muna mag-video call. Kaming, yung group of friends namin, magkakasama kami, there's ang group chat. Tapos nag-video call muna kami as in early in the morning. And yung isa naming kaklase, naka-uniform siya. So parang simula pa lang, ay, parang hindi ko na ulit masusuot yung uniform. Parang matagal na yung sunod kasi nga, I mean, look at us right now. So yun, yung parang ang hirap lang niya kasi nga, the people you laugh with, the people you eat with, hindi mo na sila kasama araw-araw unlike before. So, ayun, online na lang, video call.
Totoo yan, no, Vien, na parang nakakamiss talaga na dati magkakasama tayo sa school na ayan, tumatambay after class. Tapos ngayon hanggang video call na lang talaga lagi. Ikaw naman, Art. Ayan.
Ayan, hello. Oo, tama si Vien. Actually, sobrang nakakamiss yung mga times na, ayun, after school, gagala kayo. After class, pag-uusapan nyo, saan tayo magla-lunch? Magdi-dinner ba tayo? May merienda ba? Ganun. So, sobrang nakakamiss yung mga ganong bagay. But when it comes to online friendships naman, I think wala naman siya masyadong difference doon sa parang actual friendship mo nung face-to-face actually. Kumbaga, nagkaroon lang talaga ng ibang platform ngayon eh. Like, yun, syempre online. So, siguro yun yung mga differences or yung parang ano ba yung online friendships, di ba? So, yun, iba yung platform since virtual lang lagi yung meet-up. Tapos, siguro, yung communication, limited lang din. But yung essence of friendship, nandun pa rin naman. Di ba? Ano ba yung mga friends mo? Syempre, sila yung mga lagi mong kinakausap, pinag-share ng mga random things. You share the same rants about this topics, ganun. So, ayun, basically, for me, medyo same lang siya. Siguro, kaya lang talaga siya parang naging unique is because sobrang iba sa nakasanayan natin.
Totoo yun. Ano na parang nakakapanibago din talaga minsan. So parang nagkakaroon ng konting adjustment kasi yun nga, hindi na tayo magkakasama. Pero feeling ko, ayan, si Matt, may sasabihin ata siya.
Yes, I agree for the both of them dahil ever since first year ay kami na talaga yung parang trio tagapayo, charing. Yung parang ganun talaga. So, nung nag-shift sa online, yon medyo at some point, di kami nahirapan dahil, yun na nga kami na nga lang din. Pero me as someone who has attachment issues or something, also extrovert. Actually, in group namin, parang most of us are extroverts. So, ayun, parang we don't know how to translate our energy or our love sa online. Siguro yun lang yung mga naging hardships ko with regard with friendship. Kaya, ayun, it's really, at some point, it's hard, but we have to adapt the changes na nangyayari right now. Ayun po.
Pero sa tingin nyo, sa dami nung naging shifting natin or adjustment natin from face-to-face to online na ngayon, puro na lang tayo lagi video calls, ganyan, Discord, meron kayang positive or negative effects yung gantong setup natin ngayon na online?
Siguro, negative outcome, siguro is the time that we spent nung face-to-face is yun nga, parang we're very much clingy, kami lagi ngayon magkakasama by lunch. Pero right now, in this online platform, yun na, parang minsan mo lang din siya makikita sa sa classes na lang or when we decide to have a group review, yun lang siguro yung mga nakikita kong parang negative outcomes nitong online platform is nga, yun nga yung as we see each other physically or like virtually.
Ikaw naman, Vien, do you have that same thoughts with Matt regarding doon sa positive and negative effects ng ating online na pati yung friendship siguro naapektuhan?
For me, feeling ko yung positive effect is, well, not so much on friendship, but on the self. Kasi di ba sa friendship naman, there are two people. It's you and that other person. So, dahil nga, na-isolate tayo, we get to know ourselves more. So we get to reassess our values, tas we get to explore more on our interests. And I think that's really important para maging, as a person, para kilala mo na yung sarili mo, para with your friend, confident ka na ito ako, and, ito yung commonality natin, and, baka naman gusto mong matuto about plants. Ako kasi, ako personally, I'm a plant tita na ngayon. Dito sa kwarto ko, merong 5 halaman. Pero yun, I think yun yung positive effect niya na mas nakilala natin yung sarili natin and we can share more about ourselves. Tapos, I think yung negative is Iba kasi yung nasa classroom, na kung kahit sino pwede mo makausap. Yun nga, awkward, mahirap mag-chat to this person kasi never mo pa siya nakausap in real life. So, paano mo nga ba talaga sisimulan? So, I think yun, get out of your comfort zone. Dun sa mga story, minsan ginagawa ko yun na, kunwari magsustory yung friend ko na si Jungkook, ganyan. Mag-reply ako, Jungkook, kahit never ko siyang nakausap in real life. So, I think yun yung negative siya in a way kasi hindi face-to-face. Pero positive siya kasi kahit nga never ko nag-usap in real life, meron kayo commonality.
Right. Ang ganda nung sinabi niyo, Vien, Matt, and Arno, kasi it also kind of makes me wonder, as what Vien already said, sometimes meron kang hindi pa nakikilala or hindi mo pa kilala in real life, pero magre-reply ka online, ganyan, and meron ka ding mga friends na makikilala na online talaga, right? You guys are lucky na you already know each other even before the pandemic struck us. But for today, of course naman, I'd like to believe na we don't just really stick with our circle of friends. No? We really have our circle of friends, but we have a lot of opportunities for us to kind of meet other people as well. Now, how is it different today as compared with your pre-pandemic friendships? Yung online friendships nyo na, and how do you make that work? Diba? Because it would take a lot of getting used to for us to actually kind of accept already na, it's normal to meet people online. But how was it different from before and how is it different now?
So, siguro for me yung different, kung paano ka makikipag-meet, diba? Yung sa online and then yung sa face-to-face. Kasi I think mas tama si Vien, mas madali ngang, kumbaga, mas may access tayo sa iba't ibang klase ng tao, ganun. So, there's the opportunity to meet people with same interests as you or kahit hindi same interest, ganun. But, ayun, siguro paano ko na-survive yung paghahanap or pag-explore ng other friends is lagi ako naghahanap ng common ground between me and that other person. And siguro, best way para magawa siya is to join organizations. Ganun. So yun, parang kahit nung nag-pandemic ko kasi parang second year kami. Then nung third year, parang kahit third year na ako, nag-join ako ng mga bagong orgs, ganun, para may makausap ako ng ibang tao or para may makakonect ako sa ibang tao. Kasi ayun nga, yun din yung parang siguro naging advantage na nag-transition tayo sa online. Kumbaga, yung mga taong hindi mo nakakausap talaga dati, ngayon ang dali-dali na lang mag-reply sa kanila, ang dali na lang makasama sila sa isang Google Meet, sa isang Zoom, ganun. And then, pwede kayong mag-usap ng mga random things, ganun. So, yun nga, it's like what I'm saying earlier, yung common ground talaga, yun yung dapat natin hanapin para like mag-blossom, yung, kumbaga, yung friendship dito sa parang online setup natin. Ganun.
Yes, tama yung common ground. Pero, I'll go to the perspective naman of us three, yung tayong friendship naming tatlo. Dahil, mas, alam mo yun, mas nagkaroon ko ng common ground kasi Vien shared film, Broadway film, which is Hamilton. So, ayun.
We watched that.
Yeah, you watched na rin po yun ng Brother Really. Ayan, yan, nababanggit ko na rin sa kina Frances before na, yun na, sa ulo ko na rin Hamilton. Ayan, so, kaming tatlo, we watched Hamilton by ourselves. Tapos, alam mo yun, nagsishare na lang kami kung, alam mo yung gantong part nakakaiyak, this song is my favorite song. Ako sa ulo ko na tong rap part na to. You know, mas nagkakaroon kami ng another moment, ng another memory, kumbaga, dahil doon sa isang common ground. And alam mo yun, we get to dream to watch it live sa Broadway in New York. You know, sooner or later, mga sunod na taon dyan, na kami manunod na face-to-face ng Hamilton sa New York.
I'd also like to add dun sa sinabi ni Arn, I'm really encouraging everyone, especially sa mga senior high, yung mga bagong salta, kumbaga, sa school na to, yung from senior high to college, I'm really encouraging you guys to join organizations kasi dito mafo-force ka talaga mag-interact with that. Force talaga. Pero alam mo yon, at least matcha-challenge ka not to get out of your comfort zone, number one, with your skills and interests. Na kunwari, sinabi sa'yo, mag-video ka for this presentation. Doon pa lang yung confidence mo, mabibuild mo na. And number two, you get to, meet new people and doon, you're gonna learn from each other. Sharing my experience ito sa AYLC kasi parang, ito si Francis, part din siya ng AYLC. Nag-join kami ng AYLC and sobrang enriching na experience na yun kasi we get to meet friends from all over the Philippines. So, sali lang ng sali kasi makakadagdag talaga siya sa katauhan mo and mas yung happiness na madadala niya is iba. Tsaka wala namang bayad, di ba? Sumali sa mga ganun. So, for me, go lang. And ayun, share yourself to other people and you're gonna be shocked how yung magiging impact nila sa buhay mo if you really open up to each other.
Ayan,
Yeah.
siguro po, dagdag ko na lang din na alam niyo po bro, when I was listening to them, parang na-realize ko na, oo nga, na totoo nga na kahit na may part na nakakapanghinayang kasi online, hindi makalabas, hindi makita yung friends, ganyan. Pero meron pa din siyang good side na kasi nitong pandemic, mas may na-discover talaga tayo sa sarili natin na akala natin hindi natin magagawa. Like, for example, yung mga simpleng bagay na natuto tayong maging plantito or plantita, natuto tayong mag-bake, ganyan. Tapos tinuruan din natin yung friends natin na mag-bake. Tapos lalo pang nabibuild yung bond natin. So parang ang ganda lang na meron pala talagang good side in different situations.
That's true. Actually, listening to all of you makes me also kind of go back to my very recent days as a student, no? Several years ago lang naman yun. Pero tama no na I think this whole pandemic setup, yung pag-shift natin online, did not just affect our academics. I think with the first year that we really had with the pandemic, ang hirap talaga, right? But we also have to kind of look at the brighter side that it has brought a lot of different ways of building relationships. But I'd like to add to that, finding meaning in our daily lives, in our daily conversations, diba? And I'd like to pick up from what Vien said. Tama, no? Parang one of the best ways for relationships to flourish is really when you do something together. Diba? Like what Matt said, na you watch movies together, and what Aaron said also, that you get to kind of explore other ways of connecting with other people. And what Vien said, na when you do meaningful things together, like going for memberships sa orgs, memberships sa apostolates, and other, your advocacies as young Lasallians, especially for those who are new. Diba? For those who are new students, we understand how difficult it really is for us to kind of meet new people. Imagine if face-to-face tayo, ang hirap na mag-meet ng new crowd. What more if online and then you're a new student? But don't worry, because as what Vien, Matt, Arn, and Frances and I have been talking about, ang dami talagang different opportunities for us to meet other Lasallians and non-Lasallians, like other meaningful organizations, other meaningful engagements that would form us and would really get to let us know ourselves better. No? So ang ganda lang na, yes, mahirap siya at we wouldn't want this setup to be the setup for the rest of our lives. I don't think anyone would like this to be the setup for the rest of our lives. But while we're here, I think there's also a lot of opportunities for us to grow and learn as Lasallians, diba? So, yeah, thanks for everything you've shared. Ako rin may natutunan ako with that one. Kasi mahirap talaga siya.
I'd like to add, kasi parang I was looking back ba dun sa mga times na online lang pero magkakasama kayo. I think one of the first step talaga to making friends online is turning on your cameras. For me lang. Kasi
I agree.
I super agree, yeah.
like, sobrang iba yung impact. Nakita mo yung kausap mo, nakita mo yung reaction niya. Kaya, ayun, kapag meron kayong mga VCEs, or kahit chill kwentuhan lang, kunwari, sa Google Meet, turn on your cameras kasi wala na nga tayong ibang nakikita sa bahay. E di, mag-turn on na tayo ng cameras para mas ma-engage tayo dun sa usapan, di ba?
Add ko lang din po dun sa sinabi ni Vien, na minsan kasi kapag kaharap mo yung laptop mo, tapos wala naka-on cam, pili mo wala kang kausap, pero iba talaga kapag as in naka-on cam sila, na nakikita mo yung bawat isa, na para lang din naman kayong magkakasama, pero online nga lang.
That's true. And lalo na kapag, for example, nag-host kayo ng, I'm sure sa inyo, sa orgs nyo, sa mga, di ba, pag nag-host kayo ng mga events, and even if sa class, di ba, even sa barkada, for example, naka-off yung cam, parang, ang hirap, lalo na pag kayo yung speaker, and kayo yung mag-share, for example, ang hirap kasi di mo alam kung, of course, you presume na nakikinig yung mga tao, no? But it's just that, as a speaker, di ba, you kind of wonder, nagre-react ba sila, di ba? Are their eyes glowing? Are their smiles flashing on screen? Or do they disagree? Or do they agree with what I'm saying? But especially, I think that's very important in building relationships. Kasi yun nga, ang hirap to put a face to the name if you don't get to kind of see kung sino yung kausap mo, no? Yun.
That's true, bro. And siguro, ayan, sige, go, Arn.
Gusto ko lang din i-add kung gaano talaga ka-importante yung pag-open ng cam, ganun. Kasi parang yung pandemic or itong online setup, ang nawala kasi sa atin talaga is yung other forms of communication.
Yes.
Kasi diba, more on nag-rely lang tayo sa verbal and written. Wow, very common. Very common term. But medyo nag-rely lang tayo dun sa parang ganong klase ng communication. Nawala na yung parang yung, diba, dati nagre-react na tayo sa senyasan lang, tinginan, body movement, gano'n. So, diba, kung makikita mo sila, kung parang makikita mo yung parang ganong klaseng other body movement or reaction, parang mas madaling makipag-communicate. So, yun, talaga, I encourage where, kami ay advocate talaga ng pag-open cam during meetings.
True.
Ayun. Ayun lang po.
Pero ayun, parang naisip ko din talaga na 'di ba lahat naman ng friendships or relationship hindi siya nagsisimula na as in close agad, as in magkakilala ka agad. Minsan nagsisimula talaga siya sa hiyaan. Tapos hanggang sa tumatagal, mas lalo nakikilala yung isa't isa kasi syempre nakakapag-usap, nakakapag-communicate, and nakakapag-bond. Pero para sa inyo, sa tingin nyo, ano kaya yung pinaka-important aspect ng meaningful relationships? Ano kaya yung mga tips din na ma-develop natin from these meaningful relationships?
Yeah, siguro ako na lang din doon sa part na yun. One thing na I've learned through this pandemic is I get to know more of myself. Kaya nga, I think everyone is. Parang dahil wala ka naman kasing other na kausap bukod sa family mo or some people from your household. So, yun, parang you get to know more of yourself and all. One thing na important talaga na aspeto dito sa friendship namin is they accept you for who you are. Parang they get to accept the fact na kahit ano man yung gender mo, let's say that whatever gender you have, they get to accept it. And I think it's very important for friendships like that dahil why choose friends na you get to be awkward, hindi ka comfortable. So choose your friends wisely kasi dun ka makahanap ng, yun nga, yung sisters from another mother or brothers from another mother. So ayun, parang through that, mas napapalawak yung network mo. And yun nga, pag nga rin tanggap ka ng mga kaibigan mo, you get to share yung mga napapagdaanan mo in life and all without judging you as a person. Kahit na it's nasa online lang. So ayun, you guys, choose your friends wisely, yung tanggap kayo as a whole. Ayan, dahil through that, mararamdaman mo talaga yung saya.
I agree dun, Matt. Like, to form meaningful friendships talaga and relationship, dapat nandun yung trust. Trust niya sa isa't isa na kapag nag-share sa sayo, na syempre, walang mo, pag chismis mo sa lahat, pag wala chismis mo sa lahat. Kapag pinagkatiwalaan ka, syempre, ikaw na, like, yun na nga yung parang doon na nagsistem talaga yung love and care for one another.
Yeah.
Kasi, yung sa friendship, like, yung ride or die mo, doon talaga siya nagsistem. And yun nga, sabi din ni Matt, dapat komportable ka with that person whom you're spending with. And, ayun, komportable naman ako dito sa dalawang to.
Nakakatuwa kasi may mga na-pick up akong kumbaga big words dun sa mga galing sa sinabi nyo. Yung una is yung being comfortable. At tapos yung nabanggit din ni Vien na yung sa trust. Ayan, kasi parang kapag meron tayong meaningful relationships or pag na-establish na talaga natin yung good relationship with one another, nabibuild up yung trust. And feeling ko kasi is hindi lang nag-grow yung friendship, pero nag-grow ka din as a person. And yun yung maganda kasi syempre parang natutulungan talaga natin yung isa individually. So for you, Arn, ano kaya yung aspect na masasabi natin na meaningful yung relationship?
Okay, sige. So actually, parang isa-summarize ko lang yung sinabi nilang dalawa. Kasi for me talaga, parang yung most important aspect para magkaroon kayo ng meaningful relationship talaga is yung 2C for me. 2C meaning connection and comfort. So as long as mahanap mo yun sa, sa mga friends mo, yung connection, diba? So parang may i-share mo kasi yung sarili mo rin. And yun nga, very important na may comfort. Kasi especially ngayon na pandemic, sobrang na-challenge niya yung ating overall well-being, di ba? So, syempre, you find comfort to your friends. Syempre, kanino pa ba, di ba? So, sa kanila, sa friends, sa family, ganun. So, kailangan importante talaga na yung dalawang C na yun is lagi mong hanapin yon sa isang relationship. Kasi kung hindi, I think you have to find a new one. The joke lang. Pero yan, basically, dapat meron laging ganun. And yun, paano ba siya mangyayari or paano nyo ba siya magagawa? I think constant communication is very important. So, kaming tatlo, lagi kaming magkakausap. I think it's safe to say na everyday. Everyday kami magkakausap.
Lagi kaming may good morning.
Yeah.
Paagahan
Yeah.
gumising.
Paagahan kami
Oo.
gumising.
Oo, yun. So, ganon. So, I think yun, constant communication talaga. Pero, hindi naman laging dapat everyday kayo mag-uusap. So, depende pa rin siya sa friendship nyo or depende pa rin yun sa tao. Basta, make sure lang na, ayun, lagi nyo silang kakamustahin, share random stuff, yung mga meme, yan. Nothing can go wrong with a meme. That's that's for
Mga
sure.
TikTok videos.
Oo, mga funny
Yung super
videos.
funny.
Yun. So, yun. And yun nga, share yourself with other people din. Kumbaga, kung wala pa kayo nahanap na friends ngayon, like online, ganun. So, I suggest you share yourself with other people or you open yourself for new experiences or for new perspective from other people. So, ayun po.
All right. Thank you very much, Arn, for that wonderful summary. Thank you for kind of summarizing already what we've been talking about. No? And ang ganda kasi whatever you've shared in this conversation really kind of applies to not just for young people who are already friends even before the pandemic, but most especially for young people who are new in this setup of our online border-free education. No? Na parang hindi siya madali. Let's recognize that it's not an easy thing to do when we build relationships, most especially if we're new students. But whatever you've shared in this episode kind of has an application both to all the new students, young and old, those who are already experienced in life, and those who are kind of exploring a lot of things about themselves as well. But overall, right, the main aspects of building relationships are applicable for everyone. First, when you've shared that this is an unusual situation, but it also gives us an opportunity, a lot of opportunities to be with other people, to find creative ways to build healthy relationships, right? And in school naman, for those who are new, and even for those who are still interested to kind of explore more about meeting new friends, making new connections with other people, we still have a lot of opportunities, just like what Vien and Matt and Arn said. You guys have mentioned about organizations. I think in any student's life, that is an essential part of our growth as young people, because that gives us an avenue to explore, one, ourselves, and number two, how we see ourselves in light of other people, how we relate to them. Diba na you're not just in the classroom setup, you're not just studying your subjects and accomplishing your requirements, but when you enter an organization or a ministry or an apostolate or student golf, diba, it brings out the other side of you, right? And what's funny is, I'm a bit biased with that because I was once a very active student leader, and then I was into a lot of student affairs, and really when you go out and when you graduate already, not everything is about work, not everything is about your achievements, not everything is about the academic honors that you gained in school. A lot of things in life also come into play when we deal with relationships already. Diba? When we want to succeed in life, a lot of things are bound by relationships. And so it's very important for us to kind of have that avenue and to know how to build these relationships with a lot of other people in our lives. First, of course, with ourselves. Second, with our immediate circle, with our friends and family, and of course with our community, right? When we have services for other people, of course with God. And most importantly, when we are able to integrate that into the way of living that we actually do, and that the way that we live and move in the world that we belong to. No? So that's all the time we have for this topic. Thank you so much, Arn, Matt, and Vien, for sharing your experiences and stories about friendship. This is something that we hope all of you and all of us would continue to grow and learn more about in the coming days.
Ayan. And dagdag ko na lang din po, brother, no, na as I was listening to this conversation, I realized na grabe, life pala is full of surprises talaga. Kasi you will meet people along the way na hindi mo naman ina-expect na sila pala yung makakasama mo for life. Di ba meron tayong tinatawag na, uy, for life tong friendship na to. Tanda ko, meron pang commercial tong si Jollibee ata. One time na parang may mga lola na magkakasama, ganyan. Tapos matatanda na sila, magkakasama pa sila sa Jollibee. Malay natin pagdating ng panahon, si Vien pala, si Matt, si Arn, magkakasama sila sa Jollibee. Tapos kasama nila yung mga apo nila. So parang nakakatuwa lang isipin na these friendships, these relationships that we have now, this is for life. Kasi yun din yung magiging parang strength natin, naging strength natin ang bawat isa. And gaya na sabi ko kanina, natututo din tayo na mag-grow kasi we learn from the testimonies of other people. And ayun, I am really happy na ang dami naming natutunan kay Arn, ayan, kay Matt, and kay Vien. And this conversation just proves that friendship, connection, and care for one another know no bounds. Ayan, we can always go beyond barriers and of course, develop long-lasting relationships and healthy friendships. And with that, thank you so much, Arn, Vien, and the Matt. And of course, thank you, Brother Reggie, sa ating mga napag-usapan for today. Sobra pong nakakatuwa.
That's true. Thank you. Thank you sa inyong lahat. And to all of you who are viewing this episode, thank you for staying all the way to the end. Thank you so much for being there with us in our second season, our 8th episode of Bro & Co. And as promised, if you would like to hear and see your favorite teachers, students, classmates, influencers here on the show with us, let's make that possible. How do you do that? You can do that by scanning the QR code that you see on your screen right now, or by clicking the link found on the description section of this video. In that same form, you can make yourselves heard. You can suggest topics, comments, or share your thoughts, and let's talk about that in our next episode.
And that concludes this episode. Grabe, don't forget to like this video, hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you'll be updated whenever we have a new episode. We hope to have you all here again in Bro & Go, where we bring you freshly brewed conversations on life, learning, and St. Lasal.